but we'll make it.
The answer, a culinary adventure on Chef at Large! Cirque Du Soleil is one of the most innovative entertainment experiences on the planet. I joined one of their traveling shows in St. Louis, Dralion.
Dralion is a made-up word, dragon meaning the eastern part of the world, and lion the western, so it's the clash of both cultures. So
Maria Villeneuve helps two distinct cultures become one big top family.
And the main difference between Dralion and all the other Cirque du Soleil shows is that the house troupe is Chinese.
Language, customs, and food are all part of the challenge when this self-contained traveling village of roadies, performers, and 47 young acrobats from mainland China pulls into town. Like any army, they travel on their stomach and bring their own chefs.
Yeah, you can make a pesto for that. That would be good.
Chef Chantel Giroux runs the three-ring kitchen and oversees the western side of the menu. On the eastern side of the kitchen, Chef Zhang Cassian rules the roost.
Chicken.
Chicken with what?
He also comes from mainland China and gives the acrobats a daily taste of home.
Yes,
Part of being on tour is eating well and eating from your own country, so that's the main reason he's there. He's just to help people keep their morale up.
Their morale is wildly important, so their diets have to provide both authentic flavors and the targeted energy they need to perform. Not an easy task thousands of miles from home.
And we've been short-handed a permanent staff member for about a month and a half now.
The mood of the entire circus is important to Chantel. She's one chef short, so I've been drafted to help her create and prepare today's menus.
So today your task will be doing the salad of the day.
Okay.
So we have duck breasts left over from yesterday, so you can use that if you want.
Okay.
Or you can just go with what's in the fridge.
Can do. Do you need a hand with any of the rest of this?
So far, if you want to do the pork loin, that's...
Done.
Yep. We need a stuffed pork loin.
Okay.
There's 3 loins that we're going to have to trim and do. This is all for lunch.
Okay.
Okay. I'll show you where the duck breasts and the pork loins are.
Okay. My challenge, in an unusual, busy kitchen, find the ingredients and an idea for the roast of the day and today's featured salad. Hey, score. Ground pork. Now that I can make a stuffing with. Okay, that's a start. So now I just have to flavor that up with something interesting. I've got 2.5 hours to help feed everybody in this circus.
The kitchen is the place where they assemble and talk, and they don't think of the show, they don't think of the pressures of the circus.
Food is the glue that holds the circus together. This is a high-stress gig, and the dining tent is where everybody can relax, blow off steam, and hang out.
Everybody likes to eat. Everybody likes to eat whatever they want, when they want, and that's what they do when they come into the kitchen. Everything's available. When the hot table's there, they just pick what they want. Cold table's always available. There's always desserts, cereals, so it's very important.
I was impressed by the selection around me. This is not an ordinary kitchen with a narrow menu and ever-changing clientele. The opposite is true. Chantel feeds the same crowd every day, so the menu has to change constantly. Let's check with the boss and make sure these ideas are going to work. Not an easy job when you're on the road. I was originally thinking I'd do like an apple, bacon, cinnamon stuffing. I found some ground pork.
Yeah.
Can I use that to make the stuffing?
Yeah.
Now I'll stuff that right through the center of the pork loin and roast it off. Then for the duck salad, sort of an Asian feel to it, we'll do it with a rice noodle base.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I'll do a sesame ginger, and then I'll just sort of dress that with green onions, and maybe there's some cashews back there, something like that.
All the ginger and stuff like that will be in the Chinese's fridge back there.
Okay. Well, my ideas are good. Now all I have to do is get all the prep done. I've got to get this trim roasting and simmering if I'm going to have a sauce ready in 2 hours. Also, I've got to be ready to get this pork loin into the oven in 1 hour. And once it's in, then I can start doing the duck breast and getting that salad ready. There's a lot of work to be done. And my prep list just keeps getting bigger. I'm falling behind, and I don't even know it yet. We're in St. Louis on tour with Cirque Du Soleil. I'm knee-deep in prep for a very busy lunch. I just found some nicely thawed bacon. It's one of the challenges when you walk into a new kitchen. You never know where anything is. It takes a while to get the lay of the land. How are you guys doing over there?
I'm making my raspberry sauce. I'm doing the vegetarian right now.
150 cast and crew are hungry and need energy to get ready for tonight's show. The clock is ticking, and I'm not the only one with a deadline.
Now it's time to start making that sauce.
6 limes will be enough.
Right up.
I'm just going to take these and brown them off. Nicely caramelized, lots of flavor. Then I'll grind it up, work it into that ground pork, and I'll have a stuffing. Looking good. Grind it up, grind it up. Fast, boom, boom, boom. Okay. I'm gonna roast these apples off with the pork scraps and make a roast apple jus to go with my stuffed pork loin.
它这个毛吧，有什么色的都有。
Being under the gun, a lot of stuff to get done, not a lot of time to do it, and the adrenaline. I'm gonna start with some ground pork and the bacon and onions that we browned off. Some raw garlic. That'll get cooked when the stuffing does. A little bit of ground cumin. Should I say a lot of ground cumin? So we've got sort of a roast onion, mustard, pork stuffing.
While I've been banging out the Western menu, Chef Zhang has been working on the Eastern fare. He doesn't speak English and prepares absolutely authentic Szechuan-style Chinese cuisine.
这就叫红椒鸡翅，那个。
It's called the boiled chicken legs.
2袋吧。
Even with the language
Okay.
barrier, the chefs understand each other well enough to get the job done. As long as everything is,
不的，不的了。
they're happy. China's Sichuan province is hot, humid, and home to the Sichuan pepper. That's partly why Chef Zhang's cuisine is uniquely spicy and flavorful. On my side of the kitchen, I'm spicing up a pork loin.
If you need a cord, it's up front.
Okay.
I've sliced it open into a thin layer that I'll wrap around the stuffing, tie with string, sear off, and roast.
Time for the ducks. So I'm going to make a duck salad, and what I'm going to do is take all this duck skin off, the fatty part. I'm going to cut it up into little bits, then fry it off into what I'll call duck cracklings. That'll be one of the garnishes for the salad. The meat I'm going to roast off, probably glaze it, maybe with some plum sauce, because I'm definitely going to do sort of an Asian flair to the whole salad. And then we'll let the meat rest for a little while, then we'll slice it into the salad. It's going to be nice. I'll do it with rice noodles, too.
Part of Chef Zhang's kit is a high-speed gas-fired turbo wok. I don't run into one every day, so I asked if I could sear my duck off in it.
I don't use woks very often. I think I had the oil way too hot. All that smoke and flame shouldn't be that way. But I got the master here. He's going to show me how.
I learned that I wasn't using enough oil and to treat the wok like a giant sauté pan. Shake it a bit.
Perfect. That's good. Buddha. Thank you.
And to dress my Asian-inspired salad,
I've made a vinaigrette using rice wine vinegar, sesame oil, a little bit of soy sauce, some honey, some olive oil. Nice Asian vinaigrette. Just point. It's back
They're
here somewhere.
completely at the back.
Left hand.
Completely at the back, left-hand side about right there. One of the cans there.
Got it.
lunch is coming fast, but fortunately rice noodles are easy to work with. All you have to do is soak them in hot water for a few minutes until they soften. I picked up some valuable prep time.
Well, to feed the athletes, we try to keep everything pretty lean. We try to do lots of proteins, carbohydrates as well. And we also have a DOT system.
Because the Chinese are free to eat whatever they want, they initially overindulged on unfamiliar Western food. Chantel devised a simple system to help them make smart choices.
a lot of them can't read English. So we just have green, yellow, and red dots. The green is a portion that anybody can have. It's very healthy. Yellow can be a little bit of cheese or butter or something like that to have in moderation. And red, for someone who's watching his weight or his diet, would be something to stay away from. Okay, what time is it? About 5-2?
5-2.
Okay.
Next, lunch lands with a rush, and I'm looking to score a green dot or two. It's lunchtime at Cirque Du Soleil. The Chinese acrobats are arriving, and Chef Zhang's ready to go.
This is lemongrass. Eat it. It's really nice. Very aromatic.
I'm putting the finishing touches on my salad, Asian noodles with duck.
So yeah, if you just want to put it in a bowl, that'll be fine. There you go.
When it's hot outside, the troupe likes to eat lots of salads. It's not strictly Asian, but it tastes Asian, and the salad is great.
You put the rice out, egg rolls. When everybody comes to eat, the Chinese come first because they always come in the bunch. After that, the performers, the technicians, the logistic people trickle in, and everybody sits with everybody. They talk about whatever is on their mind, what they've seen in the present city, what they want to see, and also some of them play chess, some of them play games. It just depends on what they feel like doing. And the fish is coming in right now, actually. So how are you making it?
Good. The first pan will be ready here in about 5 minutes.
Okay, so you should be all
A
right.
little bit closer than we'd like to.
Okay, what time is it? About 5-2?
5-2.
Okay. Stick it back in the oven.
Now I'm going to start putting more roasts in for the second wave
Okay.
now.
Okay.
This is going to last how long, you think?
It should be good for the first batch of people.
Okay.
Cutting it close, but we'll make it.
Cutting it way too close.
Chantel's been very busy running the kitchen and getting a few dishes of her own ready.
This city, we were able to get ostrich and kangaroo. We'll probably do the kangaroo tomorrow. Montreal, we got a lot of venison, boar, pretty much anything in Montreal was available. So we try to do it when we get it.
The first pan of pork
Yeah?
can go anytime.
Okay, as soon as you're ready, we'll stick it out.
Okay, it is a full pan.
The tofu vegetable will be a green dot because it's made with all natural, no fat. Coconut milk is healthy. Vegetarian egg rolls are red, of course, because they're deep fried. You just put bacon?
Bacon, onions.
Ground pork?
Yellow dot?
Yeah,
Yellow sounds about right.
yeah.
We'll
put
shoot for a
yellow.
green dot with the pasta sauce at dinner.
So we did pretty good today. We have quite a few green dots, only with red. We have pork, beef, and fish, so that's perfect. And we have the tofu for vegetarian, so everybody should be set.
For me, it's real important because it's just very social. Food is good.
Wow, that was intense. I was really under the gun there and didn't have a chance to lift my head.
Right here is a mess. Too many choices.
All right, so let's go. Well, I'll do the order while you guys are doing that.
But once the lunch rush died down, I was finally able to take a look around and see how the kitchen is built.
Well, our kitchen is made up mostly with 7 trailers. It's almost like a Lego blocks. They just fit into place. Our terrace is basically 2 flat beds. So when they're empty, that serves as basically our floor. The main trailer, the sides just flip down, and that will be the main part of the kitchen where the dishwasher, hot table, stove are. And we have 2 trailers that back in. One is for fridge freezer, and the other is our dry storage.
It takes 7 trucks to build the kitchen, and it's site manager Philippe's job to put them together. He has to build a circus out of a circus.
So how many trucks does it take to pick up this roadshow and move it to the next town?
It depends. We can go from 47 trucks to like 55, depending on the needs that we have.
That's like the Rolling Stones moving around.
It's as big as the Rolling Stones, yeah.
So how many days does it take you and your team to set this tent up?
On a normal setup, put up the tents, everything that you see here is going to take about 7 days.
This is a self-contained city. They make their own electricity and only need to hook up to local water. This $5 million air-conditioned tent is a spectacular feat of engineering. Calling it a tent is like calling a cathedral a church.
So what's your favorite thing coming out of the kitchen here? Are they feeding you good?
Yeah, this is amazing food. I mean, keeps us healthy, and we need to be healthy to do the job that we're doing. So this is amazing.
Okay, 20 pounds of ground beef. Flat meat, can I just have one bag, so about 10 pounds?
After lunch, Chantel takes a look at her inventory. She insists on using only fresh, high-quality ingredients. A tough job when the kitchen is constantly moving to another city. It's particularly difficult to find the ingredients for the Chinese menu.
We found it. We're in a strange city, so it took some doing, but we found it. This is a real treat. We're in a Chinese market shopping for Chinese ingredients with a Chinese chef. The chefs are communicating very well. Of course, they don't speak each other's language, but they are communicating very well, just like back in the kitchen. It's the international language of food.
Does he think he's going to use this in 10 days?
Okay, small. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Black skin chicken. We just found about 10 things in this store that I've never seen before, and this is not the first time I've been in an Asian grocery store.
要2箱那个1箱老的，中间的那种就行。
滑的。
We're going to need another shopping cart. He likes the head-on shrimp, right?
Yeah, he does. And we can rarely order it, so he usually gets it here. Like sometimes he'll want crab and it's like $10 a pound. I'll tell him no because they want 1 crab per person basically. So that's 50 crabs, and if it's $10 a pound, it's too much.
要切吗？还是整条？
不要切，还要整条的，不切了，不切了。
This much I understand. We're looking for a fish, and it's a long fish, and it's a skinny fish.
Fish.
Oh yeah, fish.
Fish.
There, I got that. Bellfish.
Yeah, bellfish.
Oh, bellfish.
Yeah, bellfish.
Bellfish.
包再包送到那边给你哈。好，谢谢。
Look at the tooth on this
咬我一
thing.
口。
Be careful.
Chef Zhang has everything he needs for a week's worth of menus. Back at the big top, he's off and running, while Chantel and I start in on dinner.
So we've got to get the sauces going, and she's going to cook the pasta and make the cream, and you'll make the other cream, well, the butter.
So I've got 3 sauces, and this is up at 4:45, 5
yeah,
o'clock?
well, it has to be out for 5, so say 1:45.
Okay.
Another deadline. It's pasta night, and I'm making all the sauces. I'm having a great time under the big tub. It's pasta night, so I'll bang out a few sauces for all my new friends. Easy. I'll even have time to wander around and try out a few moves of my own.
So you want to try a few things?
Yeah, let's give it a whirl.
Cool. This is what we call a cerceau.
A circle.
Yeah, a circle, a big hula hoop that's made out of steel. So what you're going to do is hold a little bit wider, right? And so you're going to hang a little bit, and you're going to keep 1 foot planted on the floor.
Okay.
And then you're going to spin around on that foot and start spinning very slowly and hang on. And then you can pick your feet up when you've got some speed. So hang, and spin.
My head was spinning with ideas for pasta night.
Got it. Oh, it's definitely going to be red. What I'm doing here right now is browning off this prosciutto, and it's going to permeate the rest of the sauce. As you can see, it's browned off nicely. So now I'll just add some raw onions. This is going to be the brown butter sauce. Basically, I'm taking all the moisture out of the butter. Once it's brown, I'm going to add some flour, form a roux, dump cream on top of that brown butter sauce.
Rotate the onions, please.
And over here, standard marinara, nothing to it. I'm just sweating some onions down, then I'll add some garlic, then lots of tomato, basil, oregano.
Probably need about 3 containers like this full of pasta.
just added a little bit of veal stock to let it out a little bit, enrichen it, add the flavor, and thin the sauce down a bit. This is one of the greatest tools in the world. It sure beats taking all of this and running it through a little blender. Instead, you bring the blender to the sauce. Strong brown butter flavor. So now we're just going to ladle this over the gnocchi. The buffet is open for business.
This one.
Sure.
Very good.
So what do you think, green, yellow, or red dot?
I give it a green.
So let's see, I scored 2 greens and a red. Not bad.
It's a butter sauce. Of course it's red. At dinner, you could feel the anticipation building for the night's performance. I know I was looking forward to it.
I'll enjoy the show.
I'm out of here.
There you go.
After a long, hot day in the kitchen, here comes the real reason I ran off to join the circus, to see the show.
Stunning, unbelievable, inspiring. Cirque du Soleil works because you walk away believing you can do anything you set your mind to. From On Tour with the Big Top, I'm Michael Smith, your chef at large.